All right, we're looking for the new event vendor. I'm not sure where it is. We're trying to find it organically. In other words, like I could ask people in chat where it is, but I want to see how easy it is to find it. So far, it's not very easy. All right, there it is, right there. Lanterns in the Mist. So this is the event right here. Lanterns in the mist. The mists billow, enveloping you in a hot, humid air. Fog carries familiar smells of the jungle, along with sulphurous hint of something sinister. Take one step into the mist or learn about the mist. We're going to learn about the mist. To participate in the Lanterns of the Mist, you first must enter the mist and play the quest, The Curse of the Five Fangs. After completing the quest, you collect and equip a lantern from the vendor. It will appear here. What do I do with the lantern? There are different types of lanterns, each with different rules. Play dungeons with an equipped lantern. Lanterns are trinkets, right? This will allow you to encounter and defeat mistwalkers, which charge the lantern. Charging the lantern up will unlock rewards that you can collect later on from this vendor here. Okay, so we need to do this intro quest in order to get our lantern. I've never done this before. I have no idea what this is. You cannot select a difficulty on this, anything better than solo. It's level 1. I have a feeling I'm at cap, so likely this is just going to be a cakewalk. All this is placeholder stuff because this is a test, right? So you emerge from the dark tunnel into an eerie, quiet clearing. It's the remains of a village. The buildings reduced to rubble, the wilderness reclaiming the streets. And all around me are these survivors of the mist. When you talk to them, they're like, someone new has come to our domain. So this is, for lore purposes, Ravenloft. This is the Ravenloft Barovia lore. I can hardly believe it's been so long. Our village used to be full of people, yet it was not a happy time. We can never be happy while we stay here. After the Dark Lord vanished, the mist started creeping in. They swallowed most of us and left those who survived to rot in a crumbling village. Maybe if I trust you, I can allow myself some hope. Free us from the mists. Someone new has come. These people are all like shell-shocked. This person, get out. You must leave here now. There's a beast that roams in the trees. It giant wings and it breathes fire. Okay. Is it Auntie Ethel? Ancient plaque. Yuan Ti, the ruined empire. The Yuan Ti are like the snake. They look like kind of like half snake, half human. Humans worship the great snake gods. Horrible acts of atrocity. Ancient blood rites. Bodies became abominations. More serpent than human. You know, it's really interesting that if you read any like H.P. Lovecraft, which I usually do in October for Halloween, he wrote a lot about like half human, half fish, and half human, half snake, half human, half crocodile. A lot of his aliens were like monsters that ended up in Dungeons and Dragons. Wonder if we're gonna have to fight Yuan Ti. That's cool. Why have you come here? The only thing waiting for you is death. So apparently these people had a lot of trouble with these Yuan Ti. We'll see. Okay, predator lurking in the mist. I see nothing right now. So. Okay, can open the door. Okay, cannot get up on that thing right there. Okay, there's a res shrine. Okay, perfect hiding spot. You notice a massive figure on the ledge above. Where? Can I actually see anything? No. Okay, that is a very big monster. What is that thing? It looks like a Balrog. Ragmareth. I cannot click on it to like target it, so I don't know what the CR on it is. Right now I'm hiding. These bushes allow you to hide. I'm not sure if I jump out on this thing, if it's gonna attack me. Okay, it just found me. And it killed me in one hit! Wow. Alright, that's obviously why they put the res shrine right back here, huh? Oh, okay. I got sent to the res shrine. Alright, let's res and see what we can do. I don't think I can fight this dude. Like, I think I have to sneak by him. I mean, this is the first look. I have no idea what I'm doing. This is on the test server. So this is the new, what will be the new hardcore event. We have to pick up a lantern. I don't have the lantern yet. It's going to be a trinket. You do this quest that I'm in. This is a level 1 quest. So this quest is level 1. So let's see if I can actually fight this dude. He's a CR 70. I don't think so. I think he's just going to one-shot me no matter what I do. Yeah. Alright, so he just one-shots you if you get into combat with him. So apparently we just have to, like, sneak around him. We're trying to also, with this test, to see how intuitive this is, right? For, like, a new player. I mean, I'm a vet. I've played since beta, right? So, like, I understand some core concepts about this game that maybe other people might not immediately. So if it confuses me, it's probably going to confuse somebody who's newer to the game, right? Also factoring in that I'm an idiot, generally. So, like, what other people might easily understand might confound me. But I think what we need to do is sneak by this dude. And it looks like maybe we're going to do the hiding spot to hiding spot. I'm not sure. Alright, I got rooted. Yeah, I got rooted. So I'm not... It says evade the monster. I'm just not sure exactly how. Because they're doing stuff like we don't... At least my understanding of this mechanic where... We've got these little hiding areas that I don't remember a quest. Maybe they added quests in Myth Drannor that use that mechanic, but You know, it says that I'm hidden. Okay. Do we actually need to be hiding is the other question. Like, do I need to be sneaking? Let's see. This is another test. Apparently he can see me. Yeah. So we cannot get near him at all. Although he just lost interest. See if I actually regen myself. Yes, I did. Okay, great. All right. So this is where I came in. Oh no, this is... Okay, let's look at the map. Okay, that door is not open. Let's just go by this dude then. Maybe you just have to sneak by them and figure out a way to open the door. There it is. Okay. Oh god, that's scary. I'm gonna try to wing past this dude. Oh, they can root you. Alright, I just got... Yeah, there's no getting away from them. They do it like a root. So the new hardcore... Yeah, that's a good idea. Well, I'm not running... Hey, Sith. I'm not running with, Aura of Menace. I have that turned off, so I won't grab aggro. So as long as I don't actually run into him with my thing, but that's a good point. I don't necessarily think that it matters, though. I think if they see you, they just do that root on you. I'm just gonna try to get by. That one didn't seem to care. That was where the lever was. That's the door right there. I'm not sure if the plaque... I didn't get the plaque in the last room back there. But I'm not sure if they just give you XP or if it's just lore. This is talking about the Yuan-Ti rulers. But I wonder if you need to know any of this stuff later. So they struggle in Triumph. Silithtar, never heard that name before. Silithtar and the Five Fangs, how they ruled and how they fell. Five Fangs took control of the villages and the kingdoms. They had resources abundant, all to feed their rituals. Talash and Oleth were the first. Their blessings were new bodies, mostly gone was the human. Now they rise snake-like aberrations. Join us, they said, sisters. But disaster struck. The Empire faced rebellion. Their bloodthirst had created enemies. Silithar resources dwindled. Their tribute lost. Their land steadily lost. Their strong fist also lost from the dying empire. They rushed to control. The valley must stay theirs to save their meager empire. The Five Fangs decided the rituals must end. For the first time, followers, subjects, sacrificed villagers. They summoned the Five Fangs must remain in control. They must be safe. They must prepare for ascension. Okay, ascension. All right, I need to step AFK a sec. I'll be right back. All right, am I deaf? Penalties gone yet? No, not fully gone. We'll see. Might as well use the shrine. So this is a level 1 instance. And it's solo. You can't do this with anybody else. So I would imagine you come here at level 1 on the new hardcore event. When the server opens, you make a character, you grab your lantern. So there has to be an easier way to get past those dudes, but I don't think it'll matter if you die because you won't have been killed by one of the Mistwalkers. So I don't think dying on hardcore is going to matter. I think it has to do with the new mechanic is the lantern itself, which is very interesting because that's completely different, but it should be fun. So this plaque reads, the Dark Lord, Five Fangs, Balor's Wrath. We saw the Balors. Dark Lord schemed, Dark Lord was afraid. I'm not sure who the Dark Lord is that they're talking about in the lore of Dungeons and Dragons. There's a few that it could be. I'm not sure. If this is Ravenloft, though, wouldn't it be Strahd? I'm not sure, though. The Dark Lord set a trap. The Balor wanders jungles, search of revenge. Only a few evade its grasp. Where's the Dark Lord? It has been so long. No one knows whether they exist. Only the High Priest and the Royal Guard could serve them in their dark ascent. To the people, they bring commands. Only proof that they're alive, the Fangs, numbered 5. The stranger, they enter the temple. We hear no more priests. All that remains is the mist. It's interesting lore. I'm unfamiliar with it, but it is pretty cool. The door's edge, you make haste. So we're going deeper into this jungle. A Balor slams around the corner, then slams headfirst into an invisible barrier. Trespass again and I will hunt you down. Tell the Dark Lord I'll never stop. Revenge will be mine. Okay. In my lore that I write myself, I have a Dark Lord. It's actually, there's a video of it on my YouTube channel. But it has nothing to do with their lore or anything that they've ever done. So there's a Yuan Ti right there. That's cool. Okay, we're going to speak with the Guardians. This is the leader of the Order of the Guardians. There's 2 of them. Another outsider made their way into the mists. A welcome surprise. We need all the allies we can get. This land has been struck by a terrible calamity. We fear that only the Order of the Guardians can return this domain to what it was. Okay. So they're like the Avengers of this Mistland. A curse has spread out from within its domain and leaked into the other worlds. The mists, they have swallowed this domain's Dark Lord and its followers and changed them. They have become mist stalkers, predators that travel through the mists to hunt in any world they find. And that's where we come in. Our order travels to the domains in search of these disturbances such as this one, along And along our travels, we discover Mistwalkers and the missing Dark Lord. The longer they are left alone, the more danger they pose in the other worlds. If the mists have already reached your own world, then that may be where they strike next. So, Domain, where are we anyway, we ask. This domain is called Silith Tar. Once it was an empire, now what remains of it is a prison, one of the countless domains of dread sealed off by the mists. Each of these domains was created to hold a specific prisoner, a great evil known as the Dark Lord. That's very similar to the lore of Eberron, where the dragons, Kyber, Sybaris, and whatever the third dragon's name is, are separated into the realms, and Kyber is the realm under the earth, basically, like the Underdark. But all of the evil is imprisoned in Kyber. It's very similar as a domain. So I wonder if they're referencing that as sort of like a crossover into the Eberron lore that we have. The lore that I wrote about my Dark Lord was a Dark Lord who was trapped. It's very similar. Like, it could fit into this story here, the story that I wrote, very easily. Like, if you watch the Dark Lord Awakens on my YouTube channel, this could be written for it. I didn't mention anything about the Five Fangs, though. So, Dark Lord is missing. Yes, for a while, the Five Fangs ruled this domain with an iron fist. They said their followers mostly remain inside the temple, yet somehow they escaped into the mists. Without them, the mists have been creeping ever closer. They're almost taken over the entire domain, disrupting and stealing the lives of survivors who cling to their homes. Our mission is to trap the Miststalkers, to bring them back here where they belong. We will do that by trapping their essence in these lanterns. Okay, what's a lantern? We made these lanterns that have been enchanted to help us defeat the Miststalker. So anybody who's played Baldur's Gate 3 knows that there is a very sort of interesting part in Act 1 of Baldur's Gate. It's like Act 1 to Act 2, where you need to go into the Shadow Cursed lands, and the only way to traverse them, because they're corrupted by this entire landscape is corrupted by the Shadowfell. And if you go into it without a lantern that has a source of a magical source of light, you'll get consumed by the shadows and killed. That's Baldur's Gate lore. But it's interesting because you were required in Baldur's Gate to carry a lantern. So it's very interesting to me that they're doing a similar, although this isn't the Shadowfell, it's a unique story. They're doing a similar idea to the mist and all the monsters that would attack you in the mist if you didn't have your lantern. I think that's great. I think crossover lore like that, referencing, because it's not a one for one, but it's similar enough that people who played Baldur's Gate 3 would know, like, the Shadow Curse, and would get, like, yeah, that's really, they did sort of something similar. This lore is pretty interesting, though, so we need some help completing this mission, and then will you take up a lantern? Yeah, sure. Excellent. At this time, we don't have any lanterns with us. Okay. Why am I here, then? We can give you... No, pardon. Let me do that again. Leave this domain and find us on the other side. There we can give you a lantern. Okay. Got it. We must defeat them, adventurer. Only when we have trapped all their essence can we push back the mists and unseal this temple. So we have to basically go get a lantern and then wrangle, like basically like Pokemons, right? We have to go out and hunt for these mist walkers, mist stalkers, these monsters that are in the mists. And then when we get enough of them wrangled, kind of like Pal World, right? When we get enough, we'll be able to assault the temple. They will perform a ritual. So then we'll be able to perform a ritual that will force the Miststalkers to return home along with the Dark Lord, the Five Fangs. We'll find them in the temple, seal them away, and then return balance to this tortured land. Excellent. See if this person says anything different. A little bit. A little bit. Sith, how are you? 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. Ho there, outsider. It's fortunate that you managed to evade the monstrosity and find your way to us. Bro, that monstrosity killed me 6 times. We barely made it out alive when we faced the Balor's wrath. Yeah, I did. I made it, but we are the Order of the Guardians of the Galaxy. It's not meant to sound like the Marvel at all. We travel the domains of dread, hunting down dangerous supernatural objects and cursed items. We are experts in trapping and taking control of our targets. We often find ourselves faced with anomalies that pose danger if left alone. When the situation here in Silithtar is this domain that we're in, this plane of existence, reached our ears, we sprang to action right away. This mission will be difficult, not unlike any other missions we've undertaken in the past. The risk does not compare to the effect of our actions they have on every domain we enter. We only want peace and freedom from supernatural threats that we find on our journeys. That's a noble goal, we say. We do what we can to contain the domain of dread, though containment is all we can do. The torment of the Dark Lord is eternal, and so too are they. But while we cannot destroy Dark Lords forever, we can stop them from spreading their torment. Can you tell me more about the Dark Lords? Dark Lords preside over domains of dread. They have been cursed by their own hubris and live forever in torment. Their feelings of ill and resentment flow like a curse into the souls of the other inhabitants of this domain. And while the Dark Lord reigns, these innocent people cannot leave. They're trapped exactly like the Dark Lord themselves. That's why containing the Dark Lord is so essential. While trapped, the innocents will get a reprieve from the Dark Lord's influence, and many will be able to escape. Besides that, many of the people here are soulless shells, people who have been created by the domain to maintain order and carry on the resentment of the Dark Lord. They cannot and will not ever leave. So they're like husks. They're like NPCs. On Silithtar, we are nearly certain the Dark Lord is the Five Fangs. However, there can only be one Dark Lord. We just don't know which one of them is it. Hence, our mission continues. Speak to my fellow guardian if you have not already. She has more. She can tell you more about what is to come. And that's that. That's it. You've come as far as you could into the realm of dread. So now we have to go back. The entrance to the temple is sealed. So that's what we're going to open once we fill up all these lanterns and capture the Mistwalkers. I think I'm just going to recall out, right? Like, all right, there we go. So hardcore or regular. So you can do 2 different kinds. You can do a regular. Are you here to turn in a lantern? A lantern must be equipped. I require a lantern. I wish to claim a reward. Let's see. A cowl, a cloak, a shield, a mount, or a lantern. Those are the normal story mode rewards. Right? I don't understand, just looking at this objectively, what the difference is between a lantern turn-in and a hardcore lantern turn-in. I'm assuming what I said is this is the story mode where you get a lantern and you can die. It won't be destroyed, but this one is a one-off. Once you equip the lantern, then you cannot die. Otherwise, the lantern destroys itself. Greetings, traveler. I am a master lantern keeper of the skulls. Are you here to return one of my lanterns or to take one? Skull lanterns are no easy thing to bear. Skull lanterns destroy themselves if you die, even if it's not equipped. You must be level 1 to acquire a lantern from the master. Be sure to take all the lanterns you intend to fill. Rewards granted for these lanterns feature a skull badge of honor for your pains. I require some of your lanterns. Alas, the artifacts will bind themselves to innocent souls, so we need to make a level 1 character. You are experienced. You must be level 1 to gain a skull lantern. Let's see what the rewards are. The rewards look exactly the same as the one over here. A cowl, a cloak, a shield, a stalker mount, and then a skull lantern of the mist. I think that's a pet. Are you here? I require some of your lanterns. Which choice do you bear? The pledge, the order, the shield, the seeker, or the keeper? Let's do the seeker. I think this is the horse. Major artifact that can contain a great amount of mist. The lantern will aid in stabilizing this domain's natural essence. Return with it full, and it will be granted to the ally of nature found in this place. A mist stalker saber-tooth mount. Return the lantern when it's full. I'll take the lantern of the seeker. All right, so let me see. So these are the story mode lanterns, right? These are the ones you can get, like, just at any level. So that's the lantern of the seeker. If I fill this lantern up, I will be able to turn it in for that saber-tooth tiger mount. Let me see if I can grab the other. So I'll do the pledge. The pledge, I believe, is like the little short cloak. It looks like a half cloak. I'll take the lantern. Oh wait, so I've that one. So it looks like I can just grab them all. Order. Shield. Okay. And then let's grab the one for the pet. The lantern keeper one. Okay, there we go. All right, so the question that I have now, which we're going to test, is will these all fill automatically, or do they only fill if I equip them? That's the real question. Equipping the lantern allows you to sense the dark powers intrusions into this world, revealed the mist and what lurks within them. Dispatch these pockets of mist will increase the lantern's durability. Once it's full, return it to the Hall of Heroes. While equipped, this item grants death block and other benefits as it fills. Okay, and then the on-use trigger, I know that I get 3 charges per day of Shine the Light. Shine the Light dispels the mist and will also cure any of the stunning effects that the Mist Stalkers do. Alright, so what I want to do then, just because we want to actually try to find a Mistwalker, right? Like, I could come back and grab a hardcore lantern. Like, I could make a level 1 character and come back and grab a hardcore lantern. But for now, I just want to kind of get a sense of what the story mode non-hardcore lantern game is. So I think I can just go to any quest, right? So we'll go into, ironically or unironically, into the mists on R1. And we will see if we can find any. I've got this. So I have the first one equipped, right? The smallest one. The pledge, the one that I got that should be the easiest to fill. Now, from looking at the durability and gem hardness of all of these, they're identical. So I don't really understand this yet. We're gonna see what happens, if anything.
You stumble through the thick mists, only to find yourself on an unfamiliar forest road.
I'm gonna reduce his volume.
You
Let me
spot
know.
a corpse in the grass near the abandoned cart.
Let me know if that volume is too loud.
The wisp leads you to a small graveyard, then vanishes. Whispering voices call to you from down.
Let me turn on my aura. There we go.
The last of the wisps fades away. The forest is silent once more.
Okay, so I have no idea. Like, I'm looking for anything new.
From down the road, you hear the sounds of harsh growls.
So there's a
and
Fear
clashing
Reaper.
Steel. The soldier looks up at you, his face strangely pale.
I accidentally said yes to that dude when he asked me that question.
Asks, sword at the ready.
Sorry, dude. Although we just pwned him. Can we get the shrine if we kill him? Apparently we cannot. That's too bad. So I'm not sure, like, how to find
You
these.
hear howling in the distance. A raven cries somewhere overhead.
Obviously, this is what we're going to try to figure out,
Why
right?
would someone put so many scarecrows to guard a road in the middle of the forest? What do these straw men keep away?
Okay, that's Reapers. I see Reapers.
You hear a branch snap behind you.
Okay, somebody wanted a guild invite. I got distracted. Yeah, if you're on the test server and you want a guild invite, just send me a thing. I'm gonna ask in guild, how do I find a Miststalker? I'm in a quest. I'm gonna ask them. See if there's something that, if they just randomly appear, or is there something I need to do? A whole bunch of mobs that my little summons just got, but I just held them all, so no big deal. You have a lantern equipped. You get a message when haze appears and a red name popped up. Okay, so yeah, you don't really do anything. It just happens. Alright, let's see if we can find... I have a lantern equipped. So the interesting thing for me is it looks like right now, like, I have to have it equipped in order to fill it, to use it and fill it. That means, like, if you wanted all the rewards, you'd have to basically play through all 5. Cozy Beans, how are you? It means that you'd probably have to play through all 5 of the lanterns. I'm hoping that I'm misunderstanding that, because it seems like they should fill at the same time, but I don't know. I decided not to make a level 1 character at the moment. I'm just going to mess around with it on this end game character. And then, like, in a little while, I could make a level 1 and we could go pick up a hardcore lantern and try that, since, you know, people are going to want to know what, like, the new hardcore experience is going to be like. But for right now, I'm just sort of experimenting with the lanterns. I literally just picked them up. I'm not seeing any triggers for that mist, you know? Like, so far, this quest has been very normal. I haven't seen anything abnormal in this quest. So I'm not sure if it's random. That part of it, like, I don't know how fast these things are gonna fill. But, you know, if I am forced to just quest endlessly trying to find... This is what I did not like about the Illithid event. The fact that we were hunting for these random, like, locations that were hidden in these quests in order to find the Illithids. It just made it so that there was a lot of gameplay that I didn't want to do. I just wanted to get to the part where I found the Illithid. Right? So, like, I don't like the fact that I'm in an R1 legendary quest and I'm not seeing any trigger for this new mechanic. Right? And it's not something I need to do to trigger it. Like, there's a trigger of, like, the light effect on the lantern. I'm going to continue to fly around this quest before I leave, just to see if there's anything I can find to kind of, like, force this to occur. I mean, I guess if the lantern fills really quick, then it won't be that bad, you know, if it's super random, but... You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put up a guild message. Okay. There we go. Alright, so right, like the quest is done. Actually, this is a mist stalker right here. Let's see if I use the light. Does it make it any better? Yeah, that did.
Where are you going? Hunting for gold that is flowing somewhere in the cold world. Here there is no knowing. Hey la, oh la la la. We love games. There's a standing stone. Let's make camp. We love games. Let's make camp and play more games. Hey la, oh la la la. We love games.
Where are you going? There's no knowing what magical ways, what evil is growing.
Hey la, oh la la la. We love games. There's a standing stone. Let's make camp. We love games. Let's make camp and play more games. Hey la, oh la la la. We love games.
We love games.
There's a standing stone. Let's make camp.
We love games.
Let's make camp and play more games. Hey la, oh la la la. We love games. We love games.
Where are games?
Oh la la
La la la la. We love games.
There's a standing stone.
Let's make camp.
We love games.
Let's make camp and play more games.
Hey, more games. Hey la, oh la la la. We love games. We love games.
Hunting old crypts is folly.
Just play games and be jolly.
Magical treasures hide in the dark. So rest, then embark. We love games.
There's a standing stone. Let's make camp.
We love games.
Let's make camp and play more games. Hey la, oh la la la. We love games. Hey la, Mary la, oh la 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 la.